Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Dropped Frames. It's episode 31. We just got back from PAX. Well, me and Zeke did. Co, you've been back since Monday, right?
Yes, since Monday night.
How's your voice doing? Is anyone sick yet, also? I know of some streamers that are sick, but are you too sick yet?
I'm good. I feel all right.
You're good, Co?
I did the emergency thing every day. I had the hand sanitizer with me the whole time. I'm cautiously optimistic, but I know that sometimes it can take a few days to really set in.
Yeah, sometimes it lays dormant.
Yeah, the worst part by far is the voice. And I don't think anything's going to prevent that, to be honest.
Yeah, my voice was... I did a cast last night for some reason right after I got off the plane, and that was a really stupid call, but my voice is still hanging in there, so that's good.
Well, as you can probably tell, my voice is just fine.
You sound a little bit rough.
Yeah, no, I'm rough. I'm definitely very rough as far as... there's a reason for that, though.
What's that?
There's a couple reasons, obviously, from... PAX and yelling and screaming the whole time. But also, it could have something to do that with the fact that when I came home, every single thing in my apartment was covered with a thin layer of concrete dust.
What? Oh, were they doing construction or something outside?
They're doing it downstairs. And the cloud of concrete wafted up into my apartment and covered everything I own with dust. Concrete dust. And it's not like regular dust, like, dead skin or, just regular old dust. This is concrete dust, which means, you touch it and everything, every skin cell goes dry on your body.
Oh.
It's awesome,
rough, man.
Oh, it's awesome.
So, tell me something, Zeke. Were any of your computers on while you were gone?
No.
That's good.
Thank God, dude.
No,
because that meant it just would have been circulating that concrete dust into your machines. I never turn my machines off. So that kind of thing is... Oh.
Yeah, no, I turn everything off when I leave, so that was good.
That's good.
But so I have hopefully gonna get that taken care of. They're gonna get a cleaning lady up here to wipe off all of my knickknacks and countertops and all that shit.
Yeah, no, it's not good to be breathing that shit in, obviously. So
no, it's not.
Get that done quick. All right, so this is going to be I think we're going to try to go around 2 hours. We always say that, and then we'll probably just go 3 hours. But we want to talk about PAX. We want to talk about the big releases of the week. Of course, everyone's playing Metal Gear. And a couple people have been playing Mad Max. Co hasn't played Metal Gear. I haven't played Mad Max. Zeke just got home last night. I don't think he's played either. So.
No. I was on the phone with my landlord for most of the night.
Yeah. So we'll be talking about that. But mostly it's going to be just like a PAX recap show. Which I think, just to start that off, I think this year's PAX, I kind of feel like you say this after every year, but I feel like this year's PAX was the best. Mainly because last year, I feel like publishers weren't receptive or as receptive to streamers, and this year they're just like, just come on in. Like, what do you stream? Okay, yeah, you can skip the line, just come play this game. You got to go do shit. We understand. Because I got in to play so many games this time, no questions asked. And that was awesome. Because I didn't have to, worry about standing into a line or anything like that.
He's just like, I'm JP. They're like, oh!
Well, it wasn't even that. I never even said that. It was just like, I'm a streamer. I'd love to check out your game and possibly play it on stream later. And they're like, oh, yeah, no problem. Feel free to come on. And, no publisher was just like, go fuck yourself. Except for maybe Bethesda, but they weren't even playing anything. Bethesda's never going to be responsive to streamers anyways. So.
Now, this is as a line was forming at the booth.
What do you mean?
There was a line at the booth and you just walked up to the guy and was like, hey, I'm a streamer. He's like, oh, yes, front of the line for you.
Yeah, well, they usually have the PR guys usually in the pit somewhere. You just kind of have to ask for, I'd like to talk to whoever's here in charge of PR. Then you can just go up and they'll usually usher you along.
Oh, okay.
That's how it worked for me. I don't know. Co, did you have similar experiences?
Yeah, no, exact same thing. And I completely echo everything you just said. It's first of all, yes, it definitely feels like the best PAX. I do want to say, though, I think a big part of that, though, is I feel like a lot of the people that I frequent at PAX, including myself, are kind of starting to understand the flow and how everything goes. And kind of as everyone keeps going to these events, it's very clear that every time you go, you learn little things you need to, where to go, who to talk to, how early to plan events, stuff to make the whole process go better and smoother. So there's no question though, it was awesome. But back to the thing you were talking about, it was really interesting to see almost every single person I talked to react when we talked about streaming and I wanted to see your product and stuff. And funny enough, Bethesda, who I stopped by twice because I was really hoping to catch one of the PR guys. They didn't bring any PR guys, unfortunately. So that's probably why they were giving you the cold shoulder. I ended up talking to this really nice guy who actually offered to let me talk to a dev. And I was like, that's really cool, but
yeah, they're not the right people.
We wouldn't really have a lot to talk about, So, but I appreciate the offer and everything.
I know for like YouTubers that have been doing it for a while, they still like Bethesda's just not responsive to anyone on that regard. Probably because like everyone's going to play their games anyway, so I guess they don't have to be. But I know it's very, very hard to get their ear for that.
I think you're absolutely right. In fact, I think especially after the response of the E3 stuff, that I think they're keeping pretty much everything internal.
Yeah.
From the looks of it, I've been reaching out a lot myself, and I've actually have a connection, a really nice guy, but they've he's been playing his cards really close to the chest, and I think they're just kind of going to be doing their own thing. They know it's going to be huge, massive, one of the biggest releases all year, possibly for the a few. So yeah, we'll see.
Zeke, what about you? What did you? We talked a little bit on Saturday. I guess speaking to the panel, a lot of people are wondering where the VOD is. You can watch it on PAX 2. I fucked up and just like left the venue because we got like ushered out very quickly, so I don't have the actual raw file. I'm trying to get in contact with the PAX guys to do so, so we can put that up on YouTube. But for now, you can watch it all on. I'll find the link. I think it's just twitch.tv/PAX2, and it's somewhere in the highlights. Yeah,
but if you go to PAX 2, it's right there. It's not that hard to find. I found it that way myself. I watched it last night.
Good.
And just before we go any further, just want to say apologies to JP and to Coh and to Tally.
What are you apologizing?
Because here I watched it again, and I had no idea how excited I was.
That was awesome.
How loud I was and how much I talked over every single person.
I was totally fine with it, man.
At least 10 times during the thing.
To toot our own horn, the amount of people that I had come up to me and be like, man, that panel was the best at PAX last night.
I think I speak for all of us when I say we absolutely loved your energy.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no, I mean, you seriously, Zeke, it looks like you acted like a rock star.
Yeah.
And it was kind of awesome.
Great.
And that was great. And it's like you were in your element, and it was PAX, and everyone was having a good time. So I don't think a single person I talked to thought it was too much.
Okay.
To be honest. And we've gotten a lot of great responses from it. So
well, it's probably like that thing of there's a lot of movie stars out there who won't watch their own movies because they get embarrassed.
Yeah. No, I'm the same way. I don't watch streams or anything. I do.
Dude, that's one of the reasons I don't do YouTube editing, and I never did it. I can't sit there and just watch myself. Like I don't.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. Well, let's talk about what we played, because I know after Saturday, I think I played like basically everything on Sunday, which sucked for the panel, obviously, but now we can talk about it. Coolest thing I saw was the HTC Vive. Did you guys go get to see a demo of that?
I saw your tweets, man. I'm very interested to know I want to know more, big time.
So that one was one where they could really give two fucks about streamers. Like, that one was kind of rough to get into. Unless I just spoke to the wrong people, or I went there on Sunday and they were already just like paxed out because it was Sunday. But the demo is cool. I guess you walk into the demo and there is like the VR headset sitting in the middle of the room. There's a guy over at his computer, and they kind of show you they've got two cameras set up on opposite corners of the room. Which I don't know if the consumer version, I don't know how I would do that or set that up in a room. That might be kind of an annoying thing. But the reason they have that is because on the front of the faceplate, it has all these sensors, and on the back as well. You put it on, you get dropped into kind of this like weird showcase where it's got all these panels around you, and they boot up the first game or the first demo, and they have different demos that they do for different people. So Sacro was there when he was in the other room, and he had a couple different demos than I did. So I'll try to recap all of them. The first one was you are on the seafloor in a sea ship, like on a crashed pirate ship or something like that. And I think this one was really just to kind of like test the boundaries of it, because immediately I wanted to just walk around. And that's what they tell you is when you get too close to a physical wall in the real world, a white kind of grayscale wall will pop up in game to tell you is Coh's camera.
Bye, Co.
See you later, Co. It's Coh's, as you get closer. So that was nice to have because you kind of like test the borders. And then like you start to see like little clownfish start to like swim towards your head. And that was interesting too because I haven't done a VR thing in like 2 years or something like that. And this one has such good fidelity on the screen that like as the clownfish is swimming at me like right in front of me, I'm actually like ducking so it doesn't hit me in the face. And I've never had that reaction before. So that was really
awesome.
Cool. Then like some manta rays start coming in. Those get bigger and bigger. And then like they kind of do the bait and switch where there's like a school of manta rays swimming towards you. And then you hear like this loud whale noise basically is what it was, and it obviously gives it away. And you turn around and like this big ass blue whale is swimming right behind you and like goes right up against the thing. And I found myself like an idiot just sticking my hand out trying to see like if I could touch it because you're actually given you're given like 2 controllers as well. And these are they have a trigger and they have a button. You can manipulate things with them. And so like I try to like reach out, nothing happens. He just kind of swims off, and that was that. But I think that was probably the most to use the stupid buzzword, like immersive, because I really felt like I was at the bottom of the sea and I was like seeing all this shit. And about probably halfway through that demo, the pixels started to you could see a little bit of the pixels, but I started to stop noticing those and kind of just like started noticing the demo more after that, and I never really saw them again for the rest of the entire demo, which was I guess it was about 25 minutes long. The next one for me was the worst because you get put into this like playroom. It's got like some diagrams in front of you, and it tells you how to like assemble this machine. And you're supposed to get this ball from one side of the room to the other side of the room without carrying it. And you use the little controllers to like manipulate the different struts, and you can stretch them or you can make them shorter, smaller, blah, blah, blah. And the guy, this is where I got real self-conscious too, because the guy was like, halfway through, I like put the wheels on the thing. He's like, oh, pro tip, you want the wheels going with the arrows pointing to the left. And I was just like, oh yeah, no problem. I didn't listen to him at all. So I keep building this thing, and then I like hit the go button on the controllers to make the thing move, and it just goes the complete opposite direction. So I'm like still building this thing, and he's like trying to give me tips. And eventually I'm just like, you know what? I get this demo. I'm really self-conscious about you watching me build this shit. So can we just go to the next one? He's like, yeah, no problem. So we just skipped ahead. I didn't even like complete the demo. But he was like, no one's ever like vocally said that they don't want someone watching them build this because it makes them look stupid. And I was like, yeah, that's a real fucking thing. Like if I had a crowd there, I'd be nervous as fuck. So I look like a complete idiot trying to solve this like very simple problem of building this machine, which has 2 wheels, like 6 struts, and 1 connector, and that's it. And I couldn't even fucking do that.
How was the interaction? Like when you were actually
it felt
manipulating
really good.
Objects? It did?
Yeah,
Nice.
it felt super good. Like, and he didn't even like tell me what I was supposed to do. I was literally just like grabbing stuff and like stretching it to certain lengths, and then letting go, and then grabbing it again and like placing it in there. It felt like really snappy, super responsive, and that was like the most, I guess, quote unquote, hands-on portion of it, to where you could manipulate everything. That was really cool. The one that you get that's not that is apparently a plane one, and you have to like land Sakurill's telling me about this. You have to like land a plane against other people that are shooting at you or something like that. And he said he did the same thing where he failed like 4 or 5 times doing that. And eventually he was just like, can we just skip to the next one? So it's interesting.
So it's like the Top Gun plane from NES days.
Yeah,
Possible
exactly.
to land unless you know how to do it.
Exactly. Yeah. So it was pretty rough. It was pretty rough. But what was after that? Let's see. Oh, this was the coolest demo. So you get put into like a 3D space, and your left hand is like Photoshop tools. The left controller is like Photoshop tools, which you can rotate. So it's like a palette of colors. And then your right hand is like a paintbrush, right? And they have different brushes that you can use. And you're drawing in a 3D space. So I like wrote my name, And I think the first preset's like this weird, kind of like neon type laser glow. And like I wrote my name, and then it's in a 3D space, so I could like reach out and grab a letter, and then like pull it all the way to the left, or I could just like walk through it. And that was just something that I was not expecting.
Wow.
Like it had a really impactful experience with me doing that. And then they had a snowflake one, so you could like put snowflakes above you, then it would start like snowing. They had a rainbow one, which made like a little rainbow, and it's such like a simple thing of just drawing in a 3D space that was fucking really cool.
So tell me something now. Could you kind of see this as becoming a new medium for art, like making 3D drawings with?
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean, even more so than that, like just making a 3D space. Like if you're given like a white canvas, or if an actual artist is given a white canvas and you just make something in the actual the Vive space or whatever it's called, like I could totally be that. I could totally see that shared on like a marketplace for people to check out, especially if you can go in and it saves all of the data, so where you can manipulate all of it, so you can pull out like a specific spot and then put your own thing in. Like that would be really cool. I don't know, like in terms of a full game, how cool that is, but in terms of just like a tech demo, it was awesome.
Absolutely. It's kind of incredible to think like everything I'm hearing from you right now, all I can think of is like a completely empty building, just walls.
Yeah.
And when you get to the building, you're given your headset, and basically, this week it's an art museum with 3D art and stuff on the walls. Next week it's an aquarium. The week after that it's a zoo. And it's just an empty building that we use these different VR programs to run through. Because I mean, that's sounding like we're getting to the point where, like, was it to the point where if you were to go to like an art gallery, would that be something that would, if you were given a headset like this and you knew that you would go on that, would that be something you'd pay for? Like, is it that good?
I mean, I think if the fidelity of the actual program, or like wherever I was going, was high enough, yeah, I think I'd be into that. I mean, that's one thing too that you've seen in movies where people they'll like have a demo of, or sorry, a vacation spot of like, let's go to China, and then you get dropped into like some city in China, and it's like realistic where you can walk around. Like that would be really fucking cool, just for people that can't experience that. Like people that can't go to China on a whim, or maybe are like physically bound, not able to go to China on a whim. They can experience that shit.
Virtual tour,
Yeah.
like a 100% virtual tour.
Exactly.
That's a really cool concept.
That would be a great like application that I'm sure they're gonna do with VR in the future.
You could just spend a day going to like the 10, just the wonders of the world in different places. You can walk through the Coliseum. You can do all this in like one day in one facility.
Yeah, exactly. What were we gonna say, Zeke?
I'm just like, it's a little scary to think about that, because it's like, I'm gonna go on vacation. Like no one will go.
And that was the weird thing too.
Do anything
when they took it off at the end.
Oh, hi, Co.
Yeah, Co's back.
I don't even see me.
You don't see you yet?
I see
I
you.
don't see me in my preview.
I feel you.
At the end of that thing, when I took the thing off, like, I don't know what that feeling was, but it was really weird when I like disconnected from that other world. Like it felt like I had been somewhere else this entire time and I was not in that room. It was a fucking very surreal thing when that occurred. And Sakurai had the same feeling.
Unexplored psychological effect.
Yeah, I don't know what that psychological effect was.
VR disassociation.
Yeah, something like that. That was really weird. But like,
I went to PAX and I got VRD.
Yeah,
that was horrible.
Exactly. The final demo that they showed was a Portal 2 demo, and you're in a room. And it's like it's very comedy bound, much like Portal 2 is in general. And so like the person that's on the loudspeaker's talking to you. And he goes over and like, go over and pull the right drawer. And there's 3 drawers, and you pull one out. And it's like, that's not the right door. Please pull the right door. And you shut it. And you pull another one. It's like, please pull the right door. You've obviously not pulled the right door yet. You shut it, and you open the 3rd one, and it's like a smaller world. Like it's a giant drawer, but it's like it's one of those things like Men in Black where they open up the locker and like there's an entire galaxy or whatever in it.
It's bigger on the inside.
Yeah, it's that type of thing. And you can like. I like leaned in and like picked one of the guys up with the little controller and like looked at him and then dropped him and he fell back in. And they were like, please shut the door. Or they just said, please shut the door. I shut up. And it says like extermination imminent. And you see like a little bit of flames pop up. It was like murders all the
Jesus.
I was like, that's kind of fucked up, but it was funny. There was much more comedy in it. And then it go over and it's like, please pull the lever to open up the door. I had to turn around, walk all the way over to the other side of the room, in the physical room, and I pull a lever, open it up, and it's the two robots from the co-op that you play, like the really tall guy and the really like wide guy. You know who I'm talking? I don't know their fucking names.
You're talking about the robots, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the two people you play.
Yeah.
Yeah, two people you play, and you have to like repair one of them. So he starts to walk in the room, and my immediate reaction was like, "Oh God, this guy's gonna fucking step on me." And so I just like start walking back instinctively. I don't know what happens if he like walks through me or what, but I never like I was never in the same, occupying the same space as him, and I didn't want to be because I was fearful of like what would happen. And so that was another thing where I caught myself, I was like, this is fucking stupid. Like, why am I backing up so this stupid VR
There's a
object
game dev
could
somewhere
back up?
listening to this, just like, yes.
Yeah, it's like they did it, right? They did it. And so you have to repair him, and like he gets hoisted up onto some sort of mechanical arm, and like you pull out his core, and you're able to sit there and rotate the entire thing, and like a clock starts counting down before you have to fix him. And I didn't really fix him. I just sat there rotating the entire thing because I was more interested in that experience. Thing ends. Then like GLaDOS shows up. And like the floor starts dropping below you, and you know they do the big like portal takeaway where like you're in like a giant fucking machine space, and you're like a tiny room where the walls start going away, and you start to see more of this. So like one of the entire walls goes away, and like GLaDOS pops down, and that was a really fucking impactful thing as well because it's like this giant fucking being of existence in the virtual world that you're still being impacted by because it's so fucking massive. I remember Shannon when that happened. Shannon Zed Killer. She's got me even saying Zed. That's fucked up. She was telling me the day before she went and did this one and she was like, "Yeah, I went out and like hugged her and shit." I was like, "That's not gonna happen." I was like, when it happened, I was like, "That's actually pretty cool. Like, I want to reach out and fucking touch this thing because it looks so impactful." So then like a couple other things happen. They do the whole thing where like none of the rooms or all the walls on the room are taken away. Then they like take out the bottom, and you kind of like have a little bit of flying through the machine space as they're building everything around you. You get to another room, GLaDOS says something, and then everything goes black, and then that's the end of the demo. But yeah, again, like taking it off was probably the hardest part for me because like you just forget that you're in that room. Like it doesn't occur to you that you're in a room at PAX when you're playing this thing for 20 minutes. So what is that going to be like when you take that thing off after an hour?
JP,
What's up?
got news for you.
What's that?
You're still in the room.
Exactly. That'd be great.
We're all slaves. If you put on that helmet, we're all slaves. We're all figments now. We're all pixels.
Yeah, impactful is the new compelling. It is true, Marcos. That was a buzzword in that entire thing. But yeah, like that thing was awesome. The one thing I did not like so they have a cord running out the back, and it runs out the back of the headset, and it goes down your back. And I found myself like I almost tripped myself like 2 or 3 times. And I think that will be like the next evolution is when it's cordless, when there's no cords, where it's wireless. I don't know how you can do that video feed wise of like sending a 1080p 60 FPS signal or whatever the resolution of that thing is. But
the latency would also be kind of rough if you're doing it with other people.
Yeah, I don't know. But I think that's the next step in the future because that was like the one thing I didn't like was that I almost tripped over myself like 2 or 3 times. But it was cool. If you ever have a chance to like do any of the VR stuff, definitely check it out. I didn't have a chance to go to like the Oculus booth, which was massive, by the way. That thing was like a giant fucking monolith right there in the center of PAX, and I didn't get to go try because the line was like so fucking long. But
that place was hopping. Yeah,
it was cool. It was cool. But
yeah, it was very, very much like 2001 Space Odyssey, like black, like this is Oculus.
Yeah. And Gunrun was saying he went and tried the Morpheus, and he had the same experience that I did. But Morpheus.
Now, which one's the Morpheus?
Morpheus is Sony's VR thing, and they have actual games with it. He was saying, like proper.
Man, everyone's jumping in VR now. Wow.
Yeah, well, this was all at E3. They all showed their little things. So, and then Will from Multiplay said that for him, the most impactful one was the HoloLens stuff that he got to see.
That was the Minecraft demo, right?
Yeah.
You can actually see real stuff, but
the demo that he was given and then what everyone else was given was more. It was Halo, but that was the thing for him is that he didn't have the sense of like being worried that other people were watching, since you're not enclosed in an actual headset and you can see everything around you in the physical world. For him, it was great because he didn't ever have that feeling. It was just right there in front of him. So I don't know that I want to try the HoloLens thing, but I don't know when I'll ever be able to do that. I'll have to go to the Microsoft.
For those nerds out there who like, yes, it's augmented reality, not virtual reality. Okay.
Yeah. But still,
Yeah.
He said it was better. But yeah, that was the HTC Vive thing. The thing was, for me, I think that might have been the most impressive thing that I saw at PAX. So, what about you guys? Like, what did you play? Or questions?
Real
if you have
quick,
any.
before we move on from that, have they had announced any dates attached with the project, like early next year?
No, so they said that wasn't even the consumer model, and that they're still like working on stuff. So they're a little bit further behind. But I think, didn't they say? I think they're like planning to ship like pretty early 2016. I think that was out there. I remember seeing that date floating around somewhere. But Oculus is out this winter. Isn't that right? Or maybe that's also like very, very early 2016. I forget all the dates because they all got jumbled. But yeah, it was cool. It was cool.
Very cool. Very cool.
Ko, what was something you went and played or checked out while you were there?
Well, I'm really excited. One of my favorite authors, William Gibson, is being involved in a game called Meg 9. And it's kind of this cool post-apocalyptic, tank / building simulator, RTS. Like where you drive this little, military vehicle that has all these weapons, and then you have to build fortifications and defend points. It's a very cool concept. But the game is not only pretty cool by itself, but I'm really excited that they have, an author powerhouse behind the story. And so that should be really fun.
Nice.
I didn't get to play For Honor. It was really
I got to play it. That was awesome.
How was it?
That game is really hard to demo because I feel like right around the time that the experience ends, which is about 25 minutes or so for the first match, you finally understand what is going on in that game and how to actually play it. Because like the fighting, for those that don't know, when you go up there and have the demo, they actually do like, it was probably about a 5-minute tutorial with the person giving you the demo. They tell you how to play. And if they didn't have that, I'd be fucking lost as shit. Because the way that it works is you go up and you hold L2 on, I think it's L2. I think we were using, PS4 controller, so L2. You hold that, you go up, and then it kind of like focuses on that person, kind of like Dark Souls where you would push in on the joystick or whatever.
A soft lock, yeah.
Yeah, it soft locks on that person. When you do that, like a circle comes up and you have like top, left, and right. And you have a quick strike and a strong strike. And to block something, you have to go the same way that they are. But like you have to so if they attack bottom left, then you have to like go and strike bottom left, and then you'll block. But if they're using a strong strike, you can do a light strike, block it, and then do another light strike, and they'll be open for an attack. Or if you both do a strong strike, I think I'm remembering this correct. If you both do a strong strike, then like it kind of resets. But you can also guard break by tapping square and then attacking real quick, and it'll break their guard, and then you'll do damage. And so it's a lot of like, you have to be super patient. You can't just go in there and fucking just like wail on them constantly, just pressing the controller over and over, because then you're just gonna die immediately, because they're gonna get you like at the right time, and then they'll just start doing that to you and destroy you in like 4 or 5 hits.
Okay, so I'm immediately comparing this to Chivalry.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's very...
The first thing I'm thinking about is, you run up on like 4 guys fighting. Now in Chivalry, you just wave your sword around and hope for the best, but how does that work in this game?
You will straight up get fucking destroyed if you're in a... Like, the way that they explained it is like a 1v1, it's where you want to be. A 1v2, almost impossible to win. A 1v3, probably will never see a win. And a 1v4, just start running. Because you're just going to get destroyed. Because you can only square off with one person at a time. So I don't think you can block like a second person coming in to attack you. Unless you're really good at watching both people, I guess.
One person cannot attack two people at the same time?
No. Well, that might not be true.
Okay,
because
here's a better question. Can you attack without locking?
Yes, you can. So I guess you could, if you didn't lock, you could actually attack two people at the same time. It'd just be very, very hard.
Interesting. Oh man, it's
got a lot of depth.
Now I really
to it.
wish I played this. This sounds really cool.
everyone that played it said that was like their favorite game that they played at the event, because like it's super in depth in terms of like the combat. Kind of like to compare it to Chivalry. Like Chivalry, it has everything that Chivalry had, but with maybe a better interface, if that makes sense. Zeke, you're getting more construction dust.
Yep.
No, that makes perfect sense. And what I've also heard is people have told me straight up that this is like an evolution of the Chivalry system. It's like what is in Chivalry, except now with a directional interface, which makes a lot more sense, which makes it more deep and kind of complex. And I've heard it's really good. We're talking about For Honor.
Yeah,
by the way,
For Honor, the Ubisoft thing.
But yeah, can't wait to check that out.
Yeah, and some people, I think Anne was hating on a little bit, and I think everyone, like I was saying, like right towards the end, understood what was going on, and we wanted to play again, but they only had 8 demo things set up, which is like not that much. Like Dreadnought had, I don't know, 40. Like it had a shit ton,
and they were partnered with other booths, which I actually really hope, if there are any For Honor people out there, partner with other people, please.
Yeah,
I'd love to be able to go somewhere and play the game.
They that game deserved more, I guess, spots on the floor, but who knows what actually, like why that was. I'm sure there's reason for it. But Zeke, what about you? Well, like, did you get a chance to play anything at the floor? On the floor?
I didn't really, because honestly, I like, that's obviously the question people ask. Like, what did you play? You're at PAX.
Yeah.
How many games did you play? It's really weird for me, and if my microphone seems a little weird, like cutting in and out, I had to up my gate because they're doing fucking construction downstairs again. So you don't hear that.
Before we go on, did they fix the problem for the dust, or is it still coming into your apartment?
No, it's not coming in anymore. They just did it all while I was on vacation, while I was in PAX.
Okay, good.
They like did all this construction concrete work downstairs, like destroying concrete and whatever, and then it just up through the vents in the floor and just covered my shit. Anyway, when I'm at PAX, it may seem like sacrilegious to say this, but I find myself just wandering around, like looking for people to talk to and chat with, and that kind of stuff. And usually I'm working the event, like I'm doing stuff for whomever, Twitch, or this time it was Courtyard Marriott and that kind of stuff. But in between those times, I like just look for people, and and also I probably need someone to like take me by the hand
to go play those games.
Well, yeah, take me by the hand and like tell me how to like utilize my time there the best, like make the most use out of my time while I'm there, because I would be that asshole's like, excuse me. I was gonna say I would be that asshole standing in line for 4 hours because I don't know any shortcuts or anything like that. And I'm sorry to anyone who stood in line for 4 hours.
Sure.
I didn't mean to call you an asshole.
It's all good.
But
they're assholes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'd rather not do that because I've scheduled things to do.
Right.
So I would love to learn how to take advantage of the system if I could. But I just need someone to like guide me around to do that. So I didn't get to play much of anything. I get to play like IDARB, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah. That's good.
But I got to see a lot. I walked around the floor a lot, and I got to see a lot of the games. But my main goal of any PAX is to meet as many people as possible, and then just party as hard as I can after the day is done.
Here, we'll ask this question: what was the best party you went to? Because there is a lot, and the answer is not Twitch, because it never is.
Oh, the best party. I can't say the Twitch party was the best party.
I don't think that's. I mean,
I thought it was pretty good this year.
that's
man.
like the one that
I mean,
everyone
I like
goes
that
to.
one.
Like it's the norm, right? It's expected that the Twitch party is going to be good.
But that's also the one that every circle's at. Like
Yeah,
every,
it
there's,
is.
I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
I hate to say it, but there are cliques on Twitch. There's groups on
Oh,
Twitch.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
some people get invited to certain events and others don't left out. For me personally, it's like the only one where there's everyone goes there. It's assumed that everyone's going to the Twitch party. No one schedules their party around the Twitch party.
Yeah.
So it's like this one
Unless
party
you're
you can go
YouTube
to.
gaming, but which is funny.
It's the
as
one
shit,
party
dude.
you can go to and really see everyone, and that's awesome.
That's true.
That's pretty much the main reason it's like my favorite.
That's true. Zeke, what was it? The Twitch party for you?
I don't know, man. I mean, there's such a different feel to all. Like the Twitch party was like cool madness. I would say it was just so many different people.
God, there's
and
so many people there.
It's just crazy how many people like showed up to that. And frankly, it's and this is just my nature. But after it got really difficult to get a drink, I was like, man, fuck this place.
Did you leave? Yeah.
No, well, I didn't leave. No, I stayed till closing.
Yeah.
But I meant to leave like 5 times. Like, I'm leaving. Bye. Oh, another person talked to for 20 minutes.
See,
All right, I'm out. Bye.
I
Oh,
just
shit,
realized-
another person. And then I ended up sitting outside after the thing got over, sitting outside on the ground talking to, and I hate myself for not remembering which one it is, but one of the PMS twins.
Oh, Amber or
It was.
fuck,
don't
man.
know.
I've known them
Just
for
one of
like
those-
so long.
You were probably really drunk. You don't need to apologize.
No,
It's
no, I
assumed-
wasn't. No, at the Twitch party, I wasn't like super drunk. I was because it took a long time to get a drink because there's so many people there. So I couldn't get like super drunk like I wanted to. Be a spectacle. But we ended up talking about like she told me it was like drunk history. I'm not kidding you. Like sitting there talking to her
Yeah.
was so fantastic.
No,
'Cause
they've been around for a while, man. Like they've been there
So-
since the fucking early days of all this shit.
Yeah, and she was talking about the history and like when Amazon bought Twitch and like who was responsible for keeping Twitch and like her team.
PMS, yeah.
Yeah. And just listening to her just relay the history of like where she's been and where Twitch has been, and because she's been there since the jump,
Yep.
and it was amazing just to listen to her story.
Yeah. No, they're good people. They funny enough, they're also from San Antonio. So that's how we know each other.
Hence the attitude. Okay, okay. I was wondering, like, cause she's got an attitude.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Cause she's the kind of drinker who does this shit. It's like, no, shh, shh. And she will physically put hands on you.
Yeah.
No, I'm not done making my point yet. So you shut up.
Yeah.
Like,
No, she's good.
Okay.
Big fan.
But the best party, the Twitch party was great. Lots of different experiences. But like the one I got probably the most rowdy at was the karaoke.
Oh, yeah. That was actually really fun. Like that was.
Like, dude, I heard nothing but good things. Like
I was even like, I think I wasn't that drunk. I think that was just like the one party where I was able to like let loose and just like not give a fuck about anything. 'Cause it was good times. It was good times.
JP, can we go down the list of songs that you sung?
Oh, dude, JP was all.
See, but the
I
thing
was
was,
so proud.
the thing is, I sing like every song at karaoke. I just don't get up to the mic, and Zeke can
Yeah.
attest to that. Like
He
I'm in
does.
the corner singing every fucking song.
Doesn't matter. Every single. I'm not kidding you. I'm a Barbie girl all the way to
Yep.
like Metallica and her Sandman. Doesn't matter what song's on. He's singing every word.
It's good.
One day, man, you need to record this stuff, dude.
Well,
Just for the good of the human historical timeline.
I want to say that. So me stripping, Future Man Gaming, Gassy Mexican, and Spamfish. Fuck, I'm forgetting who the fifth was. We got up and sang "I Want It That Way" by the Backstreet Boys, and I think that there's because like when I stood up, everyone was like, "Oh my God, JP's gonna sing," blah blah blah, and then like everyone pulled out their phones. So there has to be like video footage of this somewhere. I just don't know where it's at
We
or
just
who
need
has
to
it.
find.
Yeah, we just need to find it. I don't know
Good
who
to
has
know.
that. Maggie might have that.
I'll get some of my people on it.
Maggie,
Well,
Margaret Crow might have that footage because she was in like the like front of us trying to capture all that. Who's the fucking?
I got a show with her later tonight. I'll ask her.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, that was good. The karaoke was good times. Can we also just say Steven killed it? Steven also baited everyone at the party.
Oh my God! Yeah, Silent Osiris.
Yeah, he baited everyone at the party because no one like knows Steven's background because he's not really a streamer. He does D&D and that's or he DMs the roleplay shows and that's kind of it. But I know Steven as someone who went to school for like I don't know 10 plus years and has I think a master's as a tenor in singing. So
I had no idea.
He got up to sing. And he told like a bunch, like I think he went up to Renee and he was like, they were asking like, what are you gonna sing? And he was like, I'm not gonna. If I got up there, I'd just be an embarrassment. I wouldn't sing anything.
Oh, dude,
and then he got up there and sang. I mean, he sang a bunch of shit, but like I think the one that killed everyone was "I Did It My Way," and he just or not. Is that how? What's the name of that song? The Frank song?
It's My Way, but
yeah, My Way.
Is that the? I thought the one. I thought he did something where he like. Really like went up into this really high register. I thought it was like a Queen song.
Oh no, that was fuck. I Believe in a Thing Called Love. That's what it was.
Did
right?
he do that one?
I think that was him. Yeah.
Okay.
Because he hit every note like on key, everything.
I remember like who the fuck is singing this? I went, holy shit!
If you've never heard that song, it has like
up during that one too.
Yeah. If you've never heard I Believe in a Thing Called Love, like the key is fucking crazy and that goes so high. He was in every single one. So
he was amazing. But my favorite though, I gotta say my
Who was
favorite,
it?
not because it was my idea, because it wasn't my idea. It was actually. Oh, speaking of, who gave me the idea? This hat was given to me by Cobalt Streak.
Nice.
And his lady friend, it was her idea during the croaky to tell Cobalt to put on Sandstorm.
Oh, that was him. Okay.
Yep. And Cobalt comes up to me, he's like, and he like half joking was like, dude, you should see if they have Sandstorm like in karaoke. I was like, dude, there's no fucking words in Sandstorm. Why would they have that in karaoke?
Yeah.
But I went and looked it up. I was like, I got it. So, like, I cut off, like, just put the song next. I didn't even care who hated me.
That was pretty good, actually.
Had to put that song next. And then the first bass thing he let it, and everybody's like, oh!
Yeah, everyone lost their shit. Everyone
And
literally
just-
lost their shit.
Everybody was jumping up and down and just do. I got on the microphone.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
That was a bunch of awkward white people trying to dance in the
It
center.
was
so
great. Amazing. It was the whitest gathering of dance I ever saw in my life.
It really was.
Wonderful.
Super white.
That sounds downright magical.
It was. Great. But yeah, I think the karaoke is going to be it started at East, but now I think it's like solidified as a thing that'll happen at every one of these things. So it'll happen at TwitchCon. It'll happen at any other big event. PAX South, PAX East.
Dude, just like this year, I am scared to go to those. I've never done it in my life.
Really?
I'm like,
dude,
yeah.
literally, like I had a friend last time who went, and they for the first, let's say they were there for 3 hours. For the first 2 hours, they didn't drink. They kind of just like sat on the couch, and they had a pretty terrible time. And then I was like, all right, you're fucking up. Like you have to get to a point where you're drunk enough to not give a shit about what's going on around you. And then you start to like get really fucking into it. So if you can get to yourself to that point, it's like one of the best times of all time. But if you're just there sober, it's like miserable as fuck. It's literally like you're listening to people who sing terrible, and they're just singing like the worst songs of all time, and you're just not into it, and you're gonna have a really bad time. So if you go, you should definitely like drink.
If you go to a
I
karaoke party and don't drink, you're gonna have a bad time.
100%. 100%.
I gotta say, I've never factored alcohol into the equation. That's a very interesting point.
Oh yeah, you have to. Like I think at one point I had 3 22-ounce bottles of Sapporo that I was just like carrying around the room, as I was just like chugging them in between songs and verses. So you have to do that. You have to do that.
Yeah. And stripping, oh my God, stripping the enabler. It like was walking around like if you did not have a drink in your hand or two, in my case, at some point in time.
Yeah, he was passing
like,
around.
No, you got to give another one. Here you go. Here you go. And it was like every time I turn around, it's like, you got one. There you go. Put it right, like put giant beers in my hand.
Yep.
He was great.
I'm trying to find. Does anyone in the chat have a link to the TwitchCon main stage stuff that they showed at the panel? Or should I guess I could just go to the panel. But game-wise, what else? Did you play anything else on the show floor?
Oh, I mean, I feel like we talk about this every time, but Dreadnought, man.
Okay, I finally played it, so yeah, I could talk about it now. Like,
dude,
so
got
good.
some more time with Dreadnought. Just the differences between the last time I played it and now were great.
Yeah.
Like I've yet to see a game with ship design I like more. There's some. Did they pull you into the back, JP?
Yes, and I saw all that stuff. Yeah, really,
that stuff is amazing.
They said that that's like 6 months down the line, ahead of the current build that there was at PAX, but it looks good. It looks good.
But not only that, like it was extremely refreshing because I really love the format of Dreadnought. It's a really fun game just to play, and that speaks hugely about it. But guess what? And here we go again. So was Evolve. But it was really interesting to sit down with the guys, and of course, unfortunately, when they pulled us into the back, this is stuff that we can't. Like, this is the stuff they weren't showing yet, so it's not ready to be really talked about. But needless to say, to sit down with devs and have a very frank, to the point conversation of what games have done correctly and incorrectly, and what newer games are doing to get around those was very refreshing, and it's good to see that. That they're very much paying attention to mistakes made in the past.
Yeah.
And because of that, I think it's going to lead to a much richer game experience, and one that's definitely more geared to more than a couple weeks. Like it's a great to see the perspective kind of more aligned with what I think honestly gamers want more. And that's awesome. Like, just to see that active feedback back and forth is really refreshing. And it also goes back to what you're saying earlier about how game devs are so much more plugged in to all this stuff. It's becoming a much more back and forth process than the more traditional, like, hey, here's our thing, enjoy, we're going to go back to our studios and never talk to you. And we'll see you again in 3 years when we release 2. Yeah. Like, so yeah, it's really good. It's really good. And also shout out to Andy from Sandbox.
Oh yeah, what a champion.
The champion of how to interact.
He's really leading the way on that.
Yes. Like, I have yet to see a person who is a better proxy between game dev and endpoint streamer. Like, he's every company should be looking for an Andy, to put it bluntly. Every software development company should be looking for an Andy. That should be a position.
I agree.
Andy.
I agree.
Do you have an Andy? Do you guys have an Andy yet? We got one last week. He's great.
This was
that's what it should be like.
Dreadnought was one of the games, I guess. It is the game I spent the most time with at PAX, and we streamed it for an hour and 20 minutes. Then I went back the next day and played it for another 45 minutes or an hour. And then we got that the demo behind the stage or whatever. But a couple things. I feel like the Cavalier, whatever this ship's called, completely broken. Like the
little guy.
Yeah, just the most broken fucking thing ever. Like, blink warp is on 5-second cooldown. When you shield, it absorbs all damage. So you can just pop that if you're getting killed. Like, I was getting first. As soon as I switched to this, I got first place every time. And the funny thing is, they sat us against 5 other streamers, and they were on the hitbox team. And you came up to me, I think in like game 2, and told me that. And the rest of the team didn't know that till after we were all done, and we ended up going like 7-0 against them. So that was a lot of fun because we like never lost in that game.
Okay, I gotta be a little honest with you, JP.
What's that?
I was watching you for those rounds. You were playing great. Don't get me wrong. You were doing very well. But this is very much a paper, rock, scissors game.
Oh, yeah.
And no one was a scissors to your paper for any round
exactly. No, I was not challenged.
There were a couple times I was playing, it was first Twitch team. And, dude, if you're the right ship, you can completely shut down that little ship.
Yeah.
Because there's a ship that can warp next to things. So all these big ships have to do is watch for these little guys to attack. And the second you're aimed at another ship, they warp in right behind you. They broadside you. You're at 25% health, and then 2 shots later, you're dead.
Yeah,
like, it's incredible. And it speaks really highly to the game, because this is what's going to keep this game going for a long time, as people figure out these paper, rock, scissors things. But at the same time, there's no question you were killing it that round. I was just standing.
Did we lose Zeke and we lost all audio on Skype? Is that? Well, this is a first for Skype. This is insane. We just straight up lost it. It's done. That's it. Zeke was pissed. He just peaced out. 1 second. Let me just go over here. Click on that. Give him a call back. That was really odd. Like, I don't know why that happened. Here, let's say, hang up so I can host. Zeke died. It's the day after PAX, guys. Jesus Christ. Okay, there we go. They hung up. All right, you're back.
Hi.
Hi. That was so weird, man. I've never, like, Zeke died and then you stopped sending audio. And so, like, I don't even, you looked very excited to send that audio.
I was super pumped for that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good. That was good. I'm waiting for his other, there we go. Okay. And now you're coming in widescreen, which is the first as well. I've never had someone just come in widescreen.
Oh, in
before.
HD.
Yeah, it looks good. But yeah, I really liked Dreadnought. I think that besides probably For Honor, like that was my go-to game.
Yep.
When we went back,
I tell people, man, it's already good. It's going to great places, and there's like, and dude, there's gonna be like something 30 ships. Like it's just like this is exactly what a lot of people have been asking for.
Yeah,
it's
there's
really
gonna be a lot. Welcome back, Zeke.
Okay, I'm back good.
Yeah.
Slight hiccup with the ISP, but
Gotcha.
it happens.
By the way, I was going to throw something into the last thing we were talking about, just real quick before we continue, because
Sure.
man, I really hope they do this one time. All the stuff I said about the PAX party is before they open the doors.
Oh
Like
yeah.
I really hope at one point Twitch just has like a Twitch part, like just rents a bar for our whole night. Just
Yeah.
that's it.
I've been
All
begging,
us-
and I think every partner echoes that. I think every fucking partner, like, we love meeting everyone, but that's the show floor. Like, that's where that should be done. Honestly, when general admission happens, every partner goes downstairs and no one leaves. Like, that's literally where everyone was residing for a good portion of the night. So, hopefully Twitch listens to that, but we'll see. We'll see.
But then again, there's no other place where like you can meet all of the people at one
time. Yeah, I mean, it's fair. It's there's a give and take for sure. There's a give and take for sure. But yeah, one thing I also do, Zeke, you were talking about people, waiting in line for I don't know 3 or 4 hours to play a game. When we went back on Sunday to play Dreadnought, we didn't want to stream it, so we just set up at like the normal booths where everyone else was. It was the same five people.
Mm-hmm.
We beat a team 100-2 in like 4 minutes. We beat a team 100-10 because they had never played before, right? And we had, so we knew exactly what to do. And they were just like, "How do I go down? How do I make my ship go down to the ground?" And we just fucking obliterated them. And like after every game, I would like lean across.
Basically, you were smurfing.
You were literally the worst.
I would lean across. I'm like, "I'm so sorry they sat us here, and we've been playing for a long time, and like you just waited and got demolished. I'm so sorry. And then I would I told the person that was working that specifically, I was like, "Can we get them shirts or something? Like, can we get them?" Because they literally fucking sat in line for like an hour and got destroyed in 4 minutes, and they probably think that game is complete bullshit, but it was good. I enjoyed that still. It was fun. Was there anything else that you guys played, specifically? Because I know Zeke didn't play that much. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I'm forgetting. I played Dark Souls 3.
We already talked about Lawbreakers.
I was gonna ask you. Can you tell us about Lawbreakers?
No, we actually had to sign like a pretty beefy NDA for that. So we actually can't.
Normally, I would be all about it, but they emailed them to us. Like they're very serious. The only thing we can say is that we played it, and I think they said we can say if we enjoyed it or not, which I know we did.
Yeah.
So
it was good.
I think that's about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they did say that they have a lot more info coming. So if you're interested in it, there should be some stuff out about it, hopefully pretty soon.
Yeah.
Can you tell us like the genre of game it is or not?
Oh, it's an FPS.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
that's out there.
Now, well, we can talk about it because a lot of that stuff is public. It's basically another, and I really wish we had a better name for these types of games because there's so many of them coming out in the next year. But it's that kind of FPS class-based multiplayer team versus team shooter.
Yeah, it's like an FPS
it's a TF2,
MOBA.
Dirty Bomb.
Yeah.
It's an Overwatch. It's a Yeah, an FPS MOBA. You think that would work?
I think that's what people have been saying, and people immediately get that. But it's like it's a team-based FPS. Maybe that's the best.
It's
way to
weird
say it.
saying MOBA without any type of NPC interaction.
Yeah, I would say
You
team-based.
can do MOBAs without NPCs in some modes. So I guess I don't know.
You could team arena FPS. That sounds good. I like that one. Arena FPS.
Kind of like arena FPS. Well, that's actually more like Quake style deathmatch. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyways.
we can just talk about this for the rest of the show if we wanted to.
Yeah. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. I went and played Dark Souls 3. Surprise, it's Dark Souls. Like that's all I really need to spend time there. I didn't get to the boss. I had like a normal. I only had the normal 7 minutes or whatever. So I fought like it wasn't even a mini boss. It was just like some guy on a fucking tower that obliterated me. So that was cool. I can't wait till that game comes out. It looks good. It was actually, I don't know if it was the Xbox One that was just like chugging, but it was kind of framey, like really framey in certain points, like sub 20 FPS in some weird points. And it might have just been a hot Xbox One. I don't know, but
That's like one of the worst things you can have in a Dark Souls game, man.
Yeah, it was chugging.
When it comes down to half-second differences in dodging, that's like...
Yeah, that was definitely rough. That was also the one booth where I was just like, fuck, man, someone needs to go shower. Like, it just smelled terrible there. It was so fucking bad.
We were talking about people like that.
It was so fucking bad.
We're talking about people like that who came back in the partner booth. We're like, dude, did you get a whiff of blank?
Yeah.
Oh, blank was smelling. Blank needed someone to tap him and say, hey.
And I'm
hey,
like pretty self-conscious
wash your
about
ass.
that. So every time I would smell, I'd be like, is that me? Like, what the fuck is going on? This smells so bad. But as far as I know, I was good. So,
Dude, that's why I'm not kidding you. That's why I carry around deodorant. Like,
yeah.
in my backpack, I always have a deodorant in there just in case. I always I reapply like every 3 to 4 hours. Just pow, pow, get it done.
Both me and Max subscribe to the 2 showers a day at PAX thing. Like, we'll shower before we go to the show floor, and then we shower when we get off the show floor. Just so that we don't stink when we go to dinner. And it actually, I feel better about it. Like, feel just better in general by doing that. But
Sure. I hear you.
But yeah, like, fuck, man. Just fucking shower when you go to these events. Or just wear more deodorant. Like,
bring it with you.
Bring it with you or something. It's so fucking bad.
Just saying. This PAX, it was antibacterial.
There you go.
Next PAX.
There you go. That's some deodorant.
Deodorant. Smell like good vibes.
You should do it. Was there anything else that I played? Because I played a lot of shit. I kind of like walked the indie area. There was nothing that really caught my eye too much. Below, but that's been shown like 3 or 4 events. That's the Capybara game that's coming out. The people that made Sword and Sorcery. So that looks like it'll be a lot of fun.
People were talking about Enter the Gungeon.
Yeah. Is that still not out? I thought that was out.
Is it? Okay.
That might be out. I've seen a lot of people at least stream that before. I think Man's even streamed that before. But that looks great too. I don't know how to describe that game. It's just because there's so much shit going on. Let me see if that's out. Enter the Gun. No, I guess it's not out on Steam. It's available in 2016. Maybe I haven't seen this streamed.
Well, there we go.
Yeah, there you go. I can't full screen it, but here's the Steam page if you want to see that. Do you guys have an issue where you full screen Steam pages and it just like freezes? Like it just lags so fuck. Is it because this is Flash? Is that why?
I don't know. I think the whole system tries to resize instead of just the like data and page itself.
Yeah. Yeah. It looks weird.
Oh, and there I go.
Yeah, you lost. So I got to switch back over here and we'll get your thing back up.
When I lost internet, I lost the chat. I like just I don't want to tech support this, but like, is there any like easy way to get the chat back?
Twitch. Here, I'll just type it for you.
Okay.
I actually need to connect. I'll be right back.
All right.
No, that's what I've been doing.
Oh, it's just not working.
I reloaded everything. Yeah, I don't know what the hell.
I don't know.
And it doesn't even have that arrow. You know that little play arrow that like eliminates the chat or brings it back.
I don't know. The Sword Coast thing. Yeah, I watched. There was actually a long demo on Twitch's channel for that. Which is the Dungeons and Dragons game Sword Coast of the Legend or something like that coming up. That looks pretty cool. I enjoyed that. I don't think there was anything else though. Like, oh, maybe this is why it's lagging. Is because I opened Steam and then it's like, yeah, let's download it. Fucking 10 MB a second. Just do it. It doesn't matter.
I'm huge. I'm huge. Oh, my face is huge.
You're massive.
Oh, and that link you gave me is just bullshit. Straight up garbage bullshit.
Oh, sorry, I did that wrong. I switched chat and MGSV around.
Yeah.
Fucking the day after PAX, man. Orcs Must Die Dark's Dungeon. I did not play that. I walked by it. Were there any good JRPGs like besides? Not really. I didn't see anything. I don't.
There we go.
I think that was PAX.
Trying to think. Oh, at the Marriott booth. It was pretty.
Yeah. So
pretty,
can you
pretty neat that they got 2 football players from the Seattle Seahawks
Oh, really?
to play over there. They were playing Madden over there. I saw it during the JP during the JP.
Oh, we can talk about the PJ Sultan
PJ
thing
Sultan,
as well.
yeah. I saw them over there during the PJ Sultan. They were playing Madden against each other. I think that was pretty neat that they like ponied up the dough to get those guys there. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. What were you guys promoting? And this is kind of what I was trying to talk about on Saturday night, but it didn't work in that type of situation. But like, do you tell people to go stay at a Marriott or sign up for their like gold thing? Like, I'm serious. Like, what?
No, yeah.
What is the
Brand awareness, man.
Do what? What was that go?
Brand awareness.
Is it literally just brand awareness? Like,
dude, same thing Gildan's been doing. The same thing's been Geico's been doing. Just brand awareness.
Yeah,
Getting that
Gildan
out
makes
there.
sense. Geico, I just don't understand either. But like Zeke, for you, because you worked the booth, like what were you told to be sociable about?
The things I was told to relay to the audience were the hashtag, which is hashtag bring the fun.
Okay.
The Twitch page, which was twitch.tv/courtyard.
Okay.
If you wanted to go on the Twitter, it was at Courtyard Hotels on Twitter. And that was it. They didn't tell you to like they didn't have any like special promotions like this is or like any taglines like this is the hotel for gamers or anything like that. It was honestly just Marriott, Courtyard Marriott, powered by Twitch. And they hired some video game people to have a presence at PAX, and that's exactly what Cohh said. That's what it was.
Yeah, I mean they had a lot of people over there,
attached with Twitch and attached with gaming, which I think is fucking smart. And they didn't like push me to like oversell anything. They were just like, "Can you say these couple of things and then host the channel from your channel?"
Yeah,
which they kind of busted in the middle of one of the broadcasts to make me do that.
What do you have any idea what their viewership was on the stream?
It fluctuated. It fluctuated like a lot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, most of the things do, but like, what was
the first
peak?
day was pretty great because they were streaming from the Twitch page, like because it was the pre-party. There was no one streaming on the /Twitch, so it was the pre-PAX party or pre-PAX stream, and I think they had like 2,000, 2,500 or something like that. And then for most of the week, it was fluctuating like terribly between like 800 and 50. Like from 50 to like 800, like it's in between there.
Yeah.
Depending on and I don't know. I would be curious to find out how how many people were watching the football guys, the Seahawks play.
Yeah.
To find out how many that was.
That reminds me of something that I really wanted to talk about today that Cohh brought up. But I want to wait for Cohh to get back here is what I'm trying to say. So we'll get Cohh back, and then I'm going to talk about Snoop Dogg on Twitch, which happened last night.
What?
But I want to talk about that in a bit when Cohh gets back.
The DOG was on Twitch.
Because it was fucking hilarious, and I really want to talk about that when I get back.
Seduction.
Yeah. What was the other? Oh, the PJ Sultan thing.
Yes.
Sushi Sam won. Another female won. Future Man Gaming got second. What was the final game they played?
It was a QWOP.
Oh, who could go farther?
Yep, and I told them. I said backstage because it was only me and me, Soma, and DJ Wheat, who knew what the final game was before it was played.
Right.
Because I asked, I was like, what is it? He goes, it's going to be co-op. And it's like, that's going to be hilarious, but you should outlaw knee scooting.
Yeah.
On knee scooting. He's like, well, if they figure it out, they figure it out. I was like, dude, my dad figured it out, man. My dad went 100 yards or 100 meters knee scooting. He figured it out in like an hour. So these guys are gamers, so I'm betting they'll figure it out a little bit faster than that. Yeah. And sure enough, Sushi Sam's first attempt or second attempt, something like first or second attempt, she scooted all the way, like to victory. And that's the thing. I was like, dude, it's a hilariously fun game.
She went up to knee scooting. She won.
Yeah.
Or she did the whole thing and oh, wow. Okay.
Yep.
Interesting.
But yeah, you should, like, if they did it again, they should make the rule where it has to be 1 foot in front of the other.
Yeah. I agree.
Go the furthest. To be fair, I think Future Man Gaming got disqualified.
Really?
I talked to him afterwards. I unfortunately didn't catch it yet because I was doing the Dreadnought stuff. But I heard that once she passed like his best, it was obvious she was going to win. I think he reached over and turned it off.
I heard about that.
She hadn't reached his best yet. She was on her way to do that, and he closed the game.
Yes, he closed the game, which totally in my opinion, I was like, that's amazing.
Totally good.
That's pretty good.
I'll stand by that, man. That was a totally valid cheat. Like, I think that was within the rules and the spirit of the game. I think that was a totally valid thing to do, and make her start over again, and then her time runs out.
Yeah.
Or something. But yeah, it was clear that she was gonna win, and he turned off the game. I forgot about that.
Interesting. The funny thing for me in relationship to the PJ Sultan thing, I'm streaming Dreadnought, hour and 30 or something like that. And like we finish a match and I look over at my chat and my entire chat is like, JP, they need you at the PJ Sultan thing. And then I'm like, oh, fuck, I was supposed to be there like 20 minutes ago. So I just end the stream immediately and then like,
oh yeah,
run over to the fucking Twitch thing. I sit down. I'm like, all right, Gang Beast. And then we get into the game. I'm like, what the fuck? Nothing's working. I don't know if my controller was working or like what. I fucking was so bad at that game that I was actually upset with myself because I didn't do anything in the like 15 rounds we played. Literally not a damn thing in a positive.
What was this game?
Gang Beast. It was me and Vixen versus Acta Bunny Fufu and Sam. And it was for first choice of something at TwitchCon. And I just fucking sucked so bad that it was like Vixen 1v2ing and I don't think we won a single game. I don't think we won a single game of that. So that was, for me, that was just like super frustrating. But
yeah, you got crushed pretty bad.
I got crushed so bad. I wasn't there for the like behind the scenes. They told everyone what the controls were. I still don't know what the controls were. I think like left and right bumper are punch and Y like hangs on or something. I don't know.
Dude, you should have just stayed back. They were calling me up to do it.
Oh, really?
You should have stayed there, and I would have went up, and we would have killed it.
Fuck.
I know how to play that game.
Yeah, I don't. I've seen it played, but I've never played it.
It would have been hard. It would have been hard to play with Miss Vixen. I'll tell you that. But
it's true.
I would have sucked it up for like the PAX South versus PAX Prime team up thing.
Yeah. Whatever. Oh well. I'm looking forward to TwitchCon with the PJ Sultan event. Co's back. Yeah. Let's remove the image here. All right, so let's talk.
And sound horrible.
Yeah, you're roboting a little bit. Let's talk about what I saw last night on Twitch that has nothing to do with PAX because we're done talking about PAX. And that was Snoop Dogg playing Madden on Twitch at 2 a.m. with I don't know how many people he got up to, maybe like 1,500. But the video feed was so hazy because he was smoking so much fucking blunts on camera that it was so funny to see. Like it was just great. It was like they had a fucking fog machine in the room because of how much shit was being smoked in that room. It was great. And I want to bring it up because it was just one of those things that like you'll probably never see again on Twitch because I'm pretty sure it's against Toss to smoke weed on fucking camera. So
was it just like Twitch TV slash Snoop Dogg or?
It was let me try to find it. It was twitch.tv/ Doggy Dog with 2 G's, of course, 20. Doggy Dog 20.
You gotta be kidding me. That's fucking phenomenal.
I'm gonna ask an obvious thing here. Are we absolutely sure it was Snoop Dogg?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, good.
You can, I mean, you can.
How hazy was it?
Yeah. Oh no, they don't even have. They deleted the past broadcast. You can't even view it. Wow. And there's no one. Yeah, that's interesting. He was streaming from a PS4, I think. But yeah, they deleted that broadcast. Wow, that's funny. Because yeah, Slasher. I don't know if you guys know who that is, but he tweeted out the link at like midnight, and then it started to grow from there. But that was
like Chad is saying. I'm pretty disappointed it wasn't Doggy Dog 420. That's like.
Well, that's the thing too. Is everyone was like they were all, the chat was just fucking vile and ridiculous as usual. But there was one guy in chat who was spamming like, get him to 420 followers, get him to 420 followers. So people were actually trying to like follow and unfollow to get it to 420 followers. I don't know where they got, but it was pretty good. It was pretty good.
God.
So that was
That's
like
awesome.
that was at like 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning last night. But
oh, can we also talk about the fucking Jimmy Kimmel?
I didn't. Yeah. So what did he say that pissed everyone
fucking
off?
twat. Oh my God.
I watched the entire thing before this.
What?
I did too.
I saw like his. I saw the apology with all the death threats, which was super embarrassing. But what? You didn't see that part where like he had a shit ton of death threats from like the quote unquote, and then he kept replying it as the gaming community.
Oh,
and so
there
like
was death threats, and he was talking about YouTube gaming, not Twitch, but YouTube gaming.
Right, but then
now,
he
if there were shitty people being shitty in the name of YouTube gaming, well, that's just fine
no,
by me.
but the thing was like they phrased it as gaming.
Oh, okay.
Like the gaming, the gamers. They kept saying the gamers, and so I watched like the 5 minutes of him reading the comments and stuff from YouTube, but I don't even know what the fuck he said. Like he got some of them were just like your typical like get cancer, get AIDS. I hope you get cancer and die. Blah blah blah. Like I can't wait to see you die or I can't wait to see you be irrelevant in a year. Like all that type of shit. And that's the video I watched, but I don't even know what he said in the first place that pissed everyone off.
Okay, so he did a monologue, and the monologue was basically it's about 2 minutes long, and it's him first making fun. He announces YouTube gaming, talks about how they're making tons of money, basically launches into how he doesn't understand it, how dumb it is to watch someone play video games, and then launches into one of those little pre-made segments of a guy playing video games, watching a guy playing video games, watching a guy, and he just takes it all the way back to God or whatever, like all it's basically let me I'm gonna throw my opinion here.
Okay.
Now, you don't need to like Twitch, and maybe watching video games isn't your thing, right? And that's totally cool. That's how it is for lots of people. And lots of people think what we do for a living is dumb. And that's fine, whatever. And they, will like to watch sports, and that's fine. But it's the kind of thing where with Jimmy Kimmel, it was very clear that he fundamentally misunderstands what we do. And I'm kind of surprised as an entertainer that he made the comments that he did. Because all like he did is basically he looked at YouTube gaming and he said, you're basically just watching a guy play video games. Why don't you just play the video games yourself? Okay. He doesn't understand at all that sometimes they aren't watching just for the game. That sometimes it doesn't even matter what the streamer's playing. That it's an entertainment platform where playing video games is involved and people come for entertainment. End of story. Just like he stands up on a thing and tells jokes, or some people want to go and act in a movie, we choose to use a game as a backdrop to entertain people. So it's just baffling to me that, as a stand-up comic, he can't make that association of, maybe it's not just someone playing video games. Maybe there's more of this, and it's just, it was really asinine. It made him come off looking ignorant.
Well,
again, it's welcome his opinion, but it's just, he should have had some substance. You know what I mean?
Well, but here's the thing. Like, that's not even what bothered me about that, because that's his job to make fun of shit. And like, you see an easy joke to make, which is absolutely easy. That people like first question my dad asked, like, people watch you play video games. Like, yeah, it's the first fucking thing in anybody's head is that, like, why would anyone watch this? And then you just run with it. And it's an easy joke. That's not what bothered me. What bothered me is that it was fucking YouTube gaming on his lips and not fucking Twitch or anything like that. Like, God damn it. Just because it's fucking YouTube that did it? You're gonna start talking about it now, you son of a bitch?
Dude, that goes into it even more. He doesn't even know what streaming games is. He just saw a headline, YouTube gaming is now live, and then took a 5-minute look at it and started writing jokes. I do want to point out something here, though. The backlash to this is mind-blowingly bad for the community in general, because a lot of people don't understand. We're an audience sitting in a stand-up comedy show. Yeah. They make jokes about the audience. You can't take this shit seriously, even if he's fundamentally flawed and you fundamentally don't agree with him.
Exactly. That's why I'm just like,
he's a stand-up comedian.
To me, like, we're already talking too much about Jimmy Kimmel. Like, why the fuck did everyone lose their minds? Who fucking, like, I honestly look at that. It's like, really? Like, you guys get upset because a 2-minute sketch from Jimmy Kimmel, like, attacked you?
Dude, if we get upset at him for telling jokes that we don't like, we have no bearing to get mad at him for saying why he doesn't like what we do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't be mad at him and fundamentally understand. It's just, again,
I don't understand.
We need a big thing. Like, guys, he's a comedian.
Yeah,
just let
it's
it go.
like, why did you give him any attention?
And let it go and move on.
I don't understand why people were getting. Yeah, exactly. I don't understand why people were getting upset. I mean, he didn't say, like, he said the most obvious joke. He wasn't like saying, like, he was just like, the ridiculous idea of it is a valid point.
Yeah,
it's a valid point. Like,
no, it's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, 100% agreed.
Well, I told my dad the same thing. Like, people watch golf, man.
Yeah.
Why? It's fucking boring. It's like the worst, fucking, most boringest shit on television. I don't understand why people watch it. I don't understand why people fucking play that game. I don't understand why people, like, comment on, like, the just one swing and then 20 minutes of fucking nothing.
Yeah.
You know? And then, but that's the thing. It's like the easiest joke to make. And people get, like, all upset about it. And the thing that they don't understand is how much publicity it gave YouTube Gaming, who came just like not even a week ago.
Well, of course,
God
I mean,
damn it.
You can't be upset at that. It's fucking YouTube.
Right.
Like,
I know.
YouTube Gaming. YouTube's
know.
like the biggest website in the
Zeke,
world.
I know.
I want to flip this little on you, Zeke.
Just man.
Because check this out. The more people know about YouTube Gaming, the more people are going to know about Twitch.
Yeah.
Sure.
So the more, like, the fact that they're the ones looking like shit on this is like, okay, people, wow, YouTube Gaming, so much controversy. What's this Twitch thing? You know, it's like they're gonna be introduced to the concept and then be like, oh, but they've got a bunch of, you know, where else can we look? You know, like this.
So
this could be good.
The funny thing is, if you go to Google and type, oh wait, I put YouTube Gaming with 2 N's. Okay, still the same thing. If you just type YouTube Gaming on Google, it takes 2 search results till Twitch's name is in the fucking header of the website. So, like, to me, I think that's a win-win all around. I just don't understand. Like, I'm actually upset that we spent this much time talking about it. Like, fucking stop being insecure, you pieces of shit. It's literally Jimmy Kimmel just doing a bit. That's all it was. What the fuck? Why would people lose their minds?
Well, and I took it as, like, a friendly jab. Like, if someone says, like, like Jimmy Kimmel says, like, the team you like sucks. And that's me going, like, no, they don't.
Yeah. The funny thing for me is that he has 100,000 downvotes on that video, which is a lot. That is
wow, holy shit.
Crazy. Yeah. That is
okay. Now, I mean, I will say, though, like, it's a bit, it's fine with me, but, you know, like, whatever, you can tell jokes. I will say, though, like, he really kind of targets a group of people, though, and then basically insults what a lot of them throws their entire life at. So I'm expecting he expected some backlash.
Oh yeah,
you know, I think this whole thing was a PR stunt because he really did attack. Like, I watched it. It's sometimes it's pretty insulting.
Okay, yeah, maybe that's why.
He's an insult comic. He's an insult comic.
Sure.
But I just mean, you know, he's attacking a relatively unattacked group generally. You know, at least on that form,
that level.
And I'm sure he was expecting this, at least to some degree. Maybe not this bad, but, you know, this may be the exact thing he wanted from this.
Oh,
I mean, it's so comic. I'm talking about you, and that's what we're doing.
I'll be 100% honest. This was literally probably YouTube Gaming saying, hey, Jimmy, you want to talk about us on air? We'll throw you a bunch of money. Okay, it's probably not going to be in a favorable stance. Sure, whatever, just talk about us. Okay. And then he got fucking pressed for 4 days on YouTube Gaming. Yeah, it was perfect.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely could be.
Well, I think the worst insult I can throw at him is South Park did it first and better.
They did. You're right. But as usual, South Park always does it first and always does it better.
Good point. Yep. Good point.
And
I would love to see the creators of South Park have a night talk show.
Yeah.
that would be
to be honest,
I would start watching.
To be honest, South Park is so topical anyways. I don't even think they need that. Like they've done shows where like it's happened a week before the show. Because just how that process is. If you guys have never watched, this is the last thing I'll say about it. If you've never watched the documentary on South Park, I think it's on Netflix. They talk about like the production behind one show and how they do it like 7 days out from air. It's fucking fascinating. It's fucking fascinating how they do all that. Definitely check that out. Let's talk about the big releases for this week, and then we'll probably call it a show. I've been talking a lot. Coh, why don't you talk about Mad Max?
I will, and I'm going to preface what I'm going to say by saying, JP, please be gentle with the MGS spoilers, because I'm starting in a couple days.
Of course.
But that being said, I would love to know more about the game. Anyway, Mad Max looked great before I went in. Went in pretty blind to the gameplay and stuff. Cool skill system, cool car upgrade system. Liking the characters, really liking the fluidity of the melee combat. Interesting world, and here's where I think I'm kind of cheating. I'm going to be honest. I've never seen a Mad Max movie.
I've only seen the latest one that just came out.
Oh my God.
I've never. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. I've never seen a Mad Max movie, and it is making this playthrough so much fun because it's this
learning about the
heavily developed world.
Yeah.
Like there's all this stuff everywhere, and it's the first time I've ever seen any of it. So I'm running through this like, oh man, I don't even know how the world died. Like, let's see if we can figure this out. I'm asking all these questions that apparently, have been explained in the lore in the other movies, but I'm seeing it for the first time. It's kind of like if there was a whole Fallout series of movies I had never seen.
Sure.
So I'm actually really liking it. But overall, I'm doing right now, there's different sections on the map, and there's this base that you can kind of upgrade and stuff. And what I'm doing right now is I'm 100%ing the first major area, and then I'm going to use that basis to kind of decide if I want to 100% the game. But I've been like upgrading the stronghold and doing side missions and doing, taking out the camps and stuff. And I got to say, man, I'm having a great time with it. Having a great time. I think I'm 15 hours in now. It's a great time.
What is... I've only watched people play it, and it's only been about an hour, and it's only been kind of the intro. Like, what is the core game? Like, what do you do?
The core game is a semi-open world Batman/Assassin's Creed style combat system with a pretty well done driving and car combat mechanic. It's basically driving around a map, GTA style, kind of, completing different objectives, side quests, while having a Far Cry-esque series of camps, checkpoints, snipers, things to take out. It's very similar to just general semi-open world adventure games with a good combat system, good auto combat, and lots of little different mini games to do. Like, you're taking down big fear totems, you're searching little areas for loot. There's different types of camps that then have all their own little mini objectives that you work through. At the same time, there's mini quests that'll take you into their own little story sections, and you always have like that big green main quest waypoint that you can move between too. So it's not, here's the thing, it's not completely different from anything we've done before, but it just does everything it does really well. The graphics are great. And there's just enough kind of new to keep it interesting and fun. The combat also feels very similar to Shadows of Mordor. You played that with a little bit less ice.
Yeah, no, this looks exactly... I mean, it's made by Warner Brothers, so I wouldn't be surprised if they literally just took Shadow of Mordor combat, imported it into this. Like, that looks exactly identical to what that was.
If they did it well. Like, everything connects, all the animations work. It feels, it has that impact when you hit people, and you can very easily kind of maneuver around. It's good. It's good.
Do you have any idea how long the game's supposed to be?
I've heard
maybe you don't want to know the answer to
that. I've heard the main story is like around 15 if you just go point to point, but you can of course extend that out to be much, much longer depending on what you do. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll have to check it out.
All done, Zeke. We're good. We're good, Zeke. All done.
We're good. Yeah.
Okay. No, this is one of those games that I've been super duper looking forward to, and I'm going to do a whole fucking thing
Nice.
with it. No, I'm planning on like planning on like shaving my head into a fucking mohawk,
Cosplaying it out.
like dyeing it pink or purple or fucking getting some like face paint and shit, and like do my mustache some weird thing. Soon. Hashtag soon.
Nice.
No, like awesome. Hopefully if I can get my if I get my apartment cleaned up by tomorrow. That's what I'm doing. Like after Drop Frames is over, I'm cleaning my apartment because I'm not gonna wait because I need to get the shit done.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to ask them for money, I guess. I'm gonna say like, you knock some shit off my rent for this since I'm cleaning it myself.
Yeah. For sure.
Or whatever. But hopefully if I can get it done, that shit done, I will be starting on it tomorrow. Nice. I downloaded it yesterday. I'm fucking stoked as shit because this is right up my alley. I mean, it's like a post-apocalyptic wasteland with guns and cars and loud, just fucking. I'm really excited.
No, that's good. I'm glad.
And Dude, Metal Gear Solid 5 can suck it.
That's fine.
Boom!
Dude, there's multiple things that I've done in this game, and I've actually thought like Zeke would love this. Yeah. There's a few key. I'm not even gonna mention what they're about, but there are a few times when you do a few things in this game for the first time, and you're just like, that was beautiful. That's cool. Like that was. Oh, it's gaming highlights. It's good.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, I might.
Okay, JP,
I was not into it, but I might check it out.
Solid, man.
All right, let's talk about Metal Gear Solid. It's kind of ridiculous how much money I've spent on this. So I actually bought the collector's edition for PS4. I'm not even playing the PS4 version, but it comes with this fucking little hand. See that shit? Is that even showing up on camera? I don't even. I guess
it is. What is that?
So,
hold on, I need a big screen. Hold on.
You might. I don't know if I can even tell you why this is here, because it's pretty integral to the game. But it's a little fucking hand that's like got things on. I know it's dumb. I don't know why I bought this. It's like $140. Wait, what is this?
Scratcher.
Forearm holding lever. I don't even know what that is. But yeah, I got like the collector's edition. I don't know what all comes with this.
The first thing I would do is hold a coffee cup with that.
I don't think it. Yeah, I don't think it can keep its form that high or that well. It could be a back scratcher though. That's probably what I'll use it for. And the Japanese version of this, it was actually a full size hand instead of like the smaller. I don't know what scale this is, but I know it was much better for that one. But Metal Gear Solid, I don't know where to talk about. Like you can't even talk about the first hour and a half of the game without it being super spoilers, but I'm interested to see next week what your thoughts are on that game, because the first hour is just kind of like, what the fuck's going on? Like what what the fuck is this shit? It's gonna make no sense to you whatsoever, and I can't wait to see you just like freak out.
Now wait, is this you know I'm doing 1, 2, 3, and 4 before it?
Oh, you're gonna play them all before it? Oh, okay. Then you'll know. Yeah.
Yeah. Like as soon as Mad Max is done, I'm doing a normal, as fast as possible, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then I haven't decided. Every time I say that, inevitably someone goes, "You have to also play Peace Walker," or like insert 2 other Metal Gear Solid games. So I may like speed run. Like I don't know what I'm gonna do, or I think I may take your advice. You said to find one of those connector videos, and just watch those. But yeah, no, I what you just said has been told to me by numerous people, and I actually had a real talk with someone who went right into Metal Gear Solid 5, and he was like, "Dude, I think I ruined it." He's like, I tried my damnedest to follow this game. He was taking notes in the first hour.
Yeah.
He said it actually lasted almost 2 hours. He said he was taking notes, trying to like fill in stuff, and he said, if you don't know what's going on in this world, man, no matter how hard you try, you're not going to understand some of the connections. So
gotcha. This footage is from just like one of the normal missions later on in the game. It's not spoiler or anything, so feel free to continue watching. I skipped ahead of the entire. Even what you're doing here won't be shown. This game's, for me, I had the moment last night where I was just doing this, and as you play through them, I think you're going to realize that it was like, for me, it was what they wanted to do since the very first game. Like, they finally got their idea realized.
They got their vision.
After 20 years, however fucking long.
You can harvest plants?
There's
wait a second. How open world is this?
It's full open world. Like, well, it's it's open world enough to where like you're contained to a certain part of the world, but like you can collect different plants, which will impact your base. There's base building in it, which I can actually show off over here.
Please do.
Let's see. Let's gotta skip around. You get buddies. So I have a horse. You can like customize your loadout. You can customize your.
Is this MGS Skyrim edition?
Kind of a little bit, yeah. You can
I'm
actually
seeing you with a horse, a white horse. I'm seeing you harvest plants. I'm seeing you sneak up in open world shit. Like, what is going on here?
I even have a little dog that I captured. Oh yeah, you can Fulton people. So you do this.
Okay. Can you explain that mechanic a little bit? Because someone told me that you can attach balloons to basically everything in the world, and it just makes your base more powerful. That seems ridiculous.
Yeah. So like, you Fulton people up, and it sends them back to your base. And then when they get back to your base,
yours.
Yeah. Where the fuck? Maybe it's right here.
How do I set my house up to do that?
Okay, so here you go. So like, as you're at your base, you have all these soldiers that walk around, right? And then these soldiers can get applied to do certain things at the base. So it's like weapon research, and then you can get better weapons.
Did you just grab one of your own soldiers? And
That's what it's supposed to do. No, that's what you're supposed to do. You're like trying to knock this guy out, and then you Fulton him, and then he goes to work on like research and development or weapons or whatever. So it's all that. So he gets Fultoned up, then he'll.
And his buddies just stand here while you're doing this?
Yeah, that's part of the game.
Whoa.
Yeah, no, they get, and every time they Fulton, you hear like, they just like fly up. It's funny every time. It's funny every time. What else is there? The game has like so much. This is like me entering into the mission. That's towards I think the end of it, or maybe that's the beginning of it.
Quick side question: are there vehicles?
Yeah, you can get in like tanks. You can get in. You can customize your helicopter. So when your helicopter is flying in, you can play like "Aha, Take on Me," and then it'll play over the helicopter's loudspeaker as it like swoops in and starts shooting people and shit like that. It's really cool.
You can play like
wait.
The Flight of the Valkyries.
That might be in there. I think that's in there. Yeah, you have to find these cassette tapes. You have to find these cassette tapes all over the world. Like I've got. There is a very.
I dropped by your stream for like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And all I hear is, "She blinded me with science." And I was like, is that coming from
Oh, yeah. Weird Science is the game. That's the one I got right here at this little camp. Yeah. I'm super fucking stoked to play that on my helicopter. But yeah, I'm Fultoning these guys so they go back to my base. And it takes resources and stuff like that. Like you can Fulton this mortar. And then the reason you can Fulton this mortar is because that base that you saw me building eventually gets big enough to where that's where people online can invade you. And that's where you can like invade one another, and you have these weapon placements there, so that either your guys or you can use that against them. Or if they're in your base and they see that, they can go up to it and Fulton it, and then it goes to their base and they steal it from you. So
is that an optional thing, or
yeah, the online stuff is all optional. It's actually one of the things that was apparently causing a lot of issues because the game, the main game starts out and there is something that happens to where you basically create your online avatar. And I made my guy look like Gassy Mexican because why not? But it literally looks like 100% like Gassy. And so I think that online check was fucking up so much that a lot of people couldn't continue forward in the game or something like that. But it's not an issue anymore. It worked fine for me last night after the first time I did it. So, but yeah.
Wow.
There's a lot of shit in this game. It runs great. It runs 60 fluid FPS. I wouldn't have any issues. I love just like running around in the world like this and like finding random people out in the middle of nowhere and having like little encounters with them.
This is like Witcher 3 and Skyrim, dude.
It really is.
I never thought I'd see a Metal Gear.
And none of the other games are like this at all. Like 100%, no game even comes close in the Metal Gear Solid world to being like this, except for maybe Peace Walker, from what I've heard. But again, I didn't play that, so I'm trying to find the point where I like get this little dog, but I don't know where I did that at. But I guess it doesn't matter. So like, here's me like infiltrating the little thing, and then when you go into these bases, there's a billion things you can do. You can shut off the power. You can like turn off the radar. And then your plane's able, or your helicopter's able to come in and do like ground sweeps, and you can mark people with your binoculars. You can go in stealth. The objective here was to like kill a very specific person. So like here I am with the binoculars, like marking people. It's just a lot of fun. In terms of streaming, I don't know how much story there is in the game, so I don't know like how many people are going to be continuing to watch this. But from what I've heard, like every time someone does one of these missions, their way of doing it is so different from what another person has done. Like right here, there's active weather effects. Like this sandstorm just rolled in, and now you can't see in front of you, and it also deafens everything around you. So you can be really loud and like take people out, and use this to your advantage. But it can also be a giant pain in the ass if you don't have these guys spotted already, because then you have no idea where they're at. So there's a lot of shit like that. Does JP use the reaction shots every once in a while? Yeah. You'll watch it because it's so damn pretty. That's the other thing too. The game fucking is gorgeous. It runs so well, at least for me. And it just.
You're playing on PC?
Awesome. Yeah.
Good. Excellent. Okay.
So like this is the guy. So I didn't even know this. I just stumbled upon this guy, and this is the guy that I have to kill, who's just like behind this window. So you'll see, I just pop this guy in the head, and I just ignore everything else and just fucking run. Which is about what's to happen. I didn't know how I wanted to handle it.
That's what you do in a sandstorm.
Yeah,
run in, shoot a dude, and run out.
That's the other thing too, is when I put my gun up to him, he like puts his hands up and puts his gun down because he thinks I'm like taking him hostage. So then I just fucking shoot him in the head and like run. I just fucking book it out of there and call down a helicopter, because that's what you do. But yeah,
double tap and go.
It's good. And I've only played 4.5 hours. I know people that have played like 50 hours and they're still not that they still have stuff that they want to do, but I don't know how long it takes to beat the game, and I don't want to know because the game is so story focused that I don't want to know like when I'm nearing the end. I think I've already seen one of the things that like Metal Gear Solid already does or has always done is they preview the entire bosses, and they have like a set of bosses, kind of like Mega Man, where you'll have like 4 bosses that you'll see in one major cutscene pretty early on in the game, and then you know that eventually you're going to have to fight those guys, or they're always alluded to in the story. I think I've seen all the bosses in the game so far.
Wow.
But I don't know. I don't know how true that is. And I'm not going to read chat to see if that's true or not. But yeah, here I called in a helicopter, so that's why I'm running over this circle, and the helicopter is going to come down, and then I leave. And that's how you like beat the mission. But yeah, it's great. I know a lot of people are having fun with it. It's obviously got great review scores. I can't wait to play more of it. And I want to see how the story ends.
I was unaware how much of my jam this sounds like.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I knew it was going to be cool, but like that's like all the hot points I look for in a good game.
Right.
It's kind of nuts, man.
Right. I don't know where this the dog is like beautifully animated, so I wish I could find it.
No, I saw a GIF on Reddit, I think, about like a little puppy on an aircraft
That's
carrier.
what it is. Yeah. So you find the dog in like in the world, and the thing with him is that he can grow up, or he does grow up, and he's basically one of your quote unquote buddies that you can take into the game with you. And then you have like a dog that you can send to go attack someone stealthily as you're trying to attack someone else. So you can do like double takedowns. Some of the other people that you get a sniper who will just kind of like sit up in the middle of a mountain, and then you can like tell that person to take someone out. And eventually, if you use them enough, they'll start doing it with tranq rounds, so it's non-lethal, and you get a higher score because you get ranked on every. Here's the puppy actually right here. We finally found him. So I Fulton him up, and then they talk.
Balloon him up.
Jesus.
No, I literally attach a balloon to him, and then he just goes flying.
I know, like,
yeah, and then he just
you
flies
get him
out.
back, he's covered with vomit and diarrhea.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, exactly.
scare the shit out of this dog.
The other cool thing too is like it has all the bullshit that Metal Gear games have. So like one of the main characters in the game that you're not supposed to be able to tranquilize. Like you can tranquilize anyone. Like I tranquilized my horse earlier because I fucking hate using him. I just went up, popped him in the head, and he went to sleep. So it doesn't follow me around. But there's like in typical Metal Gear Solid fashion, there's like so many little side things that you can tranquilize a certain character in the game, and then he says stuff that only people who have played all the other games will get. And if you don't get that, then you're just like, what? Why the fuck is he talking about? Like, why is he fucking saying this? But if you've played it, then you're like, that's pretty fucking cool. Like, that's cool that he just said that.
That's that's the reason I'm playing these other games.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good to know. That's really good to know.
It'll be good. I'm really looking forward to get into this. It's the type of game for me where there is no stress involved. I literally can just fucking do whatever I want, and if something fucks up, I'll just figure it out. Like, that's the type of game I love. It's not like an instant fail scenario to where you just lose. It's like, that fucked up. Let's try this. Now I'm just gonna go full auto and like kill everyone, because why not? And that's what I like doing. So it seems right. Seems to be the perfect game for me, which I'm super excited to play more about. And I hope it stays with me over the course of the game, because I'm only, like I said, 5 hours in. But like when you come up over a fucking hill like this, you see the entire world. This is like Metal Gear Solid 1 in size. Like this little area right here is Metal Gear Solid 1 in size, which is awesome. And if this changes every time you come back to these areas, that's going to be so cool. I can't wait.
I am very interested to see how long this holds your interest.
Same here.
Like, because I'm seeing, from what I've heard, and see, maybe, well, no, this isn't really a spoiler, because this is a statistic for doing everything. But apparently it's a 1-to-1 ratio, a lot are saying, for full completion in terms of hour to percent. That's good. You play about 12 hours. You can, if you're going somewhat with the main story, you can be like 12% in, or in some cases even less. Like I saw a guy on Twitter saying he was 12 hours in, was at like 5%, I think.
Wow.
That's insane.
Wow. Yeah. I'm gonna enjoy it. It's gonna be fun. So Zeke, you're gonna check out Mad Max tomorrow, you said?
Yes,
or sometime this week.
Well, what I'm gonna try and do, I'm gonna try and pack a whole bunch of shit into today. I've got to fucking clean the dust from the construction downstairs, which is just, I don't want to talk about it anymore. Got to do that. And then I'm going to try and set up my new PC that I bought for the first time.
Oh, nice.
What'd you get?
I built one. I got I just wanted to make sure I had the 970 Ti. Is that correct?
980 Ti is what
980 Ti. I just wanted to make sure I had that, and I basically just built a computer around that, and should be a gaming beast. Hopefully,
nice.
Awesome. I'm gonna transfer some hard drives over to that, and hopefully get that set up and get it capturing tonight, because of games like Mad Max and that sort of thing. But that's what I'm doing tonight, and then tomorrow, hopefully, I'll start at my regular time, and we'll just Mad Max for the next 80 million days.
Isn't it great that there's fucking games to play out? Like that there's good games to play. Right? I'm so excited. And that's what we were talking about PAX too. Like we're gonna get home and we're gonna actually have video games to play for like 3 months.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
An exciting time, man.
It's so great.
And then it's all leading up to even bigger games.
Yeah.
So it's
yeah. I also bought this. And this is dangerous. I've spent way too much money on this shit already, guys, and I haven't even played it. This is the Disney Infinity Star Wars 3.0 bundle. This is $130. I've already bought a bunch of the figurines. Hold on, let me get Yoda. Let me go get him.
What is that?
It's Yoda right here. See, there's little Yoda. I'll eventually take him out of this shit. So this is the Toys to Life genre, Co. Do you know like Skylanders and the Amiibo bullshit? This is.
I have yet to do any of that stuff.
This is Disney's thing. This is the third one. They call it 3.0 because it's the third one, but it's their Star Wars thing. So I'm gonna jump into that, I think, and see what that's all about.
Okay.
There's a lot of money
on the other side.
There's a lot. I've been so curious about this for like years, and I feel like why not? It's Star Wars.
JP,
I love Star Wars. We'll jump in.
Sell me on this, dude. Please.
I can't. I don't know what it is. I just know that
what was told to you to prompt this? Like what is the
Nothing.
draw? What do you do with them?
I just want to understand it. There's no draw. I just want to understand.
So research purposes.
It's literally research. Like I know all about this, and it's been talked about for so long. It has no presence on Twitch whatsoever. So I want to see what happens. Like if I stream this, am I going to get a bunch of like 5-year-olds in my channel like telling me to fucking put Yoda on there so I can beat this one level?
So wait. Hold on. Oh, stream what? Like what do you act like I've never seen this before.
So,
what do you do?
My understanding is that there is a full-on story for each little thing that you buy. I don't know how long it is. And there's also the toy box, which is, I think it's called the toy box. I don't know. But it's where you can build levels, and people upload these levels to like a marketplace, and then you can download them. and just check them out and like look at other people's creations. So I just want to see like what the fuck all that is. Because it's such a, for me, it's like no one's explored this. I haven't explored it. I just want to know what the fuck is going on in this world of the Toys to Life genre. And so that's what I'm going to do.
Will you please ping me when you stream this?
Yeah, I'll let you know.
If nothing else, I want to see this. It sounds interesting.
Yeah. I opened this up last night. I kind of want to save it for the stream, but like I got, in this special version, I got the Boba Fett action figure, which is kind of cool.
That is actually pretty cool. So these are the little fat ones, right?
Yeah. What else did I get in here? See, the other thing too is I don't know if this comes with okay, so this has Anakin Skywalker, Ahsoka Tano. I don't know who that is. Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, Boba Fett figurines. One Twilight of the Republic playset piece. I don't know what that is. One Rise Against the Empire playset piece. I don't know what that is. 3 web code cards. I don't know what that is. And then one Disney Infinity base, which is kind of like how you get it into the game. You place the little figure on that, and then it shows up in game. So, I don't know. I'm going to jump into that world sometime this week, and I'm pretty fucking excited for it. Because I want to know, like, what is going on in this world. It's fucking, you know how massive this thing is, right? Like, every Christmas, this is the #1 toy. And the Toys to Life are the #1 toys bought every Christmas. Like, they make
this weird feeling we're on the cusp of a new thing on Twitch if this goes through.
I don't know. I don't know what the gameplay is and if it's riveting enough to have people interested in it. I think it's just like really bullshit gameplay that is for kids.
Is it designed for kids? Or these kid toys?
100%. Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll see. I don't know.
Is there any like Star Wars lore meat in them? Like, is it all canon? Could be some? Let me put it this way.
So.
Could there be something of interest in that for diehard Star Wars fans?
Maybe.
Even if they don't like toys.
That's why I'm trying it.
Okay.
I mean, that's how they got me, was because it's Star Wars.
Dude, I just heard, I gotta admit, I kind of have been unplugged from the whole Star Wars Disney acquisition thing. I just learned for the first time that they're throwing out a lot of the videos in terms of canon and stuff. Like,
well, it's not the videos; it's the
movies,
the books. Yeah, so like anything, any book written after a certain point or something like that, the quote unquote extended universe, none of that is canon anymore. They just like threw out an entire like 10 to 15 years worth of books. None of it's canon.
Well, that's not getting any backlash at all.
It did when it first came out, but people have just accepted it. Like,
so all the movies though are that's it.
All the movies are canon. Yeah, and there are a couple things that are still canon. I have not looked at like what is and what's not, but to me, I don't care. I just want to sit down in a movie theater this December and like see the 7th one because I think it's gonna be fucking awesome.
So wait, what about SWTOR?
I think that's...
Does that mean... Because there's a lot that happens in that game.
I think that's still canon, but it might not be. I don't know. Same as like KOTOR and all that stuff. I don't know if that's...
KOTOR too. Yeah, because there's some pretty big arcs in those games. And wasn't there talk of like a potential new KOTOR or something a while back? Oh man, this is getting weird. I don't want to get too deep into Star Wars.
Dude, I'm the same way, man. I'm a Star Wars fiend. So I don't know.
Dude, KOTOR 1 and 2 are like
they're good fucking games,
those.
man.
I haven't played them for like over a decade. I need to replay them again. They were so good.
You know they updated them, right? So that they have widescreen. You can run them.
I heard, and they're like official patches too. That's massive.
Yeah, at least the second one. They haven't done it for the first one yet, but there are unofficial ways to play that at 1440p and all that stuff. So
cool, very cool.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, I really don't know what to expect from this. I know that there's a lot of figurines, and that I accidentally ordered all of the Marvel ones as well, but those don't ship till November. So I saved like $200 on that because I'm just gonna go and cancel them all. But this is like $13. The Yoda figurine by itself is $13 or $14. But then that was like $130. So I'm already $150 in on this, and I haven't touched it yet. So that's that. And then I think that's all for this week. Like, is there anything else that is on y'all's radar for this week?
Zeke?
Not me, mate. I'm doing Mad Max, and that's all I care about right now.
Yeah.
I'm just scanning through some stuff.
MGS for me.
Gears of War came out last week, the Ultimate Edition. I heard that was kind of shitty.
Gears of what?
Yeah, I heard it was kind of shitty. I didn't hear anyone.
Gears of.
I think.
Sorry.
I think I heard it best from a diehard caster. I was watching like somebody who used to play a lot of Gears of War as I was checking it out, and someone in the chat kept asking over and over, "Is it better? Is it better?" And eventually he just goes, "Dude, it's Gears of War. You've seen it 100 times."
Yeah.
Like he was pissed, and I was like, "Oh,
we didn't even.
Hey, great.
Oh, Until Dawn. I'm playing up with that too. Definitely.
We didn't even talk about that. Have you guys tried that, Co?
I'm saving it for my October event.
So I
have like a list of games, and it's really hard because it looks really good.
I've watched 4 playthroughs of Until Dawn from start to finish. I watched Lyric play it, I watched Eat My Diction play it, I watched Gold Glove, and I watched Soda Pop and play it. Every single one had major set pieces that were not the same and that were completely different from one another, and that's fucking awesome. Like I think I will eventually play that game as well. I'm really interested in how all that goes down. So that'll be cool, and it is cool. Like it had some pretty crazy viewership. I think it got up to site-wide like 150K at one point. So
it was huge on release day.
Yeah.
But thankfully I was told like this is like the best game for spoilers because it's like no one knows what's going to happen. Everyone plays differently.
Yeah, everyone
it's
plays
like, even
different.
If you
Exactly.
spoil it, it may not even happen in your game.
Yeah.
So it's like you can't spoil it. You can say a couple of paths, but
Yep.
Yeah, and thank God because man, people are talking about it a lot. Even on Twitter. I mean, I had to
It's doing well. It's doing well.
Looking forward to it.
Next week on the 11th, we got Super Mario Maker coming out, which I think will have somewhat of a presence on Twitch. Probably not on YouTube unless your channel's whitelisted. That'll be kind of cool to see.
That's going to be interesting, man. I've actually heard, well, okay, I shouldn't talk about rumors, but I've heard in the grapevine that there may be a streaming push associated with that.
I've heard about that too.
That could be really interesting.
I think
to see a new player has entered the arena kind of stuff.
I think it'll be cool, and this is what. Well, I won't say the name because I don't want to give away what they're going to announce eventually. But I know of a streaming group that wants to do like stream wars. So like, since Mario Maker is you create a level, you have 2 streamers who make a level, and then they trade the levels with one another and see who can like beat the other person's level faster.
Whoa, what a cool premise.
So,
like competitive level building speedrunning.
Yeah, so I want to see that.
That's a really cool idea.
I want to see that. And then the week after that, on the 15th, is Forza Motorsport 6, which I think has a demo that's out right now on the Xbox One. And then Destiny the Taken King comes out, which is probably going to have a gigantic fucking presence on Twitch because it's a new Destiny
the hype
thing.
Around that game doesn't even make I'm blown away.
Yeah.
And remember the discussion we had outside of Lawbreakers?
Yeah.
To think it could be even bigger if they were to do something like that, man. Like
it's true.
Like Gathalion and Broman, those guys are in one of the best places to be on Twitch right now.
They are. They have a 10-year ride.
They have completely locked down a portion of Twitch that is growing every single day, and they're on the very top of it. And what's even crazier is no other streamers are interested in even challenging them. Like they're the only well, I don't want to just say those 2 because there's actually lots of great Destiny streamers, and you guys should go check all of them out. Don't just centralize on a couple. But it's like the amount of new viewers that they get and the little amount of competition in it is unheard of in any other game on Twitch, especially for this long, let alone for a few months. Like it's insane. It's a completely unique beast. I
know that I think Lyric said that him and Waffle and probably Short are going to jump into Destiny, so that'll be good for like Broman and them because the biggest streamer on Twitch playing your game, the people from that stream, which is obviously going to be a pretty good group of people that enjoy it, want somewhere to go, and then you have like the #1 streamers with Gathalion and Professor Broman. Like that's going to be an amazing week for them. I cannot.
Considering Lyric can make genres on Twitch, just by playing a game for a few hours and saying he likes it, like that kind of boost to an already exploding community. It's going to be. It's going to be huge. And then they're going to announce it on PC in a couple weeks, and that's going to be...
Were we talking... Oh, that's right.
Please.
That was so funny when we were talking to the... I don't want to say his name, but we were talking to a Destiny dev, and Co's like, so we're going to have Destiny on PC like pretty soon, right? And the dev just kind of like looks at him, and there's not even a smile on his face. He just kind of like turns. Not even a word,
not a muscle moved.
He just kind of like turns after that. It was real good. Shout out to that guy. Shout out
You
to
can
that
tell
guy.
he's never heard that before.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, I think that's gonna do it. We're right here at the 2-hour mark. Let's call it a show. Do some shout outs. We're gonna rest our voices. We'll be back next week, probably with a guest. It was too close. I didn't even want to. I felt like we could sustain a show with just the three of us, and we did it. So we'll have a guest next week. We'll be back. But let's do some shout outs.
We did it.
We did it. Zeke, start us off. Do some shout outs.
Will do. Yo, my name is Ezekiel III. That's the same on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. Ezekiel_III. I'm a variety broadcaster. I'm getting back into the variety. I moved Boshi to 1 day a week, which will not be starting tomorrow. I'll be starting next week. Tomorrow, I will be starting on Mad Max. Hopefully, as soon as I can get everything cleaned. I will be in like full like Mad Max head space. Like I'll have the I'm gonna shave my head to a mohawk. I'm gonna get some face paint. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna scream. We're gonna kill it for as long as that game remains interesting, or until it takes me to beat it, or whatever. So that is what's on my schedule. I broadcast at 11 a.m. Pacific every day except Fridays. I usually take it off, but I'm probably gonna broadcast on Friday because of being gone for PAX, and I want to get back in the swing of things. I want to thank JP. I want to thank CohhCarnage. I also want to thank Tally for being on the panel at PAX Prime just a few days ago. Thank you guys, and we'll see you in the wasteland.
There you go. Nice. I like it. I'll do my shots real quick, then you can go. I'm JP. I do a bunch of shows here. Roleplay will continue soon. I don't have anything scheduled just yet, but it's because I got back from PAX less than 24 hours ago, so I'm still trying to figure all that out. And when I do, it'll be up on the schedule. We'll have a new show launching in about 2 weeks. Right now is when that'll be non-roleplay related, non-drop frames related. It's a brand new show, which I'll have more information about when I have more information about that. And what else? Oh, you're on my channel right now, so make sure to follow it. Go over to Zeke's channel, twitch.tv/Ezekiel_II. Follow that, and then head over to Coh's channel, twitch.tv/CohhCarnage, and hit the follow button there. And that's all I got. Coh, you want to do some shout outs?
Awesome. As always, a big thank you to Zeke and JP. It has been a lot of fun, even just us, like old times. I am CohhCarnage. You can find me at twitch.tv/CohhCarnage, a daily streamer starting these days pretty much at 10 a.m. I try to start at 8, but then stuff keeps coming up, like it inevitably will tonight as well. Currently playing Mad Max. As soon as we're done with that, we're going to do Metal Gears 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go right into 5. Hardest difficulty, and I don't know if we're going to 100% it yet. We'll have to see because there's a lot of good games coming out. But really this week, it's just going to be gaming until TwitchCon, and then TwitchCon, and then a very exciting month as we gear up for November. And it's going to be crazy these next few weeks. So I hope to see you on the channel, and as always, thank you for watching.
TwitchCon's in 3 weeks.
Jesus Christ.
Oh man, yeah.
3 weeks.
I know my card is so empty. I gotta like write you a better card, JP.
Me too. God damn it.
Oh yeah,
We got to leave the FO space R in there though. People would riot.
Look at that, man.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah. I mean, this was the one that I made like day one of drop frames for you. So I didn't, because I was trying to do everything else, so it was short. Yours just been misspelled from day one.
Yeah, you got to leave the FO space R. People will riot. Yeah.
Yeah, and then since I like
you need to make a 4 emote.
I like know my own bio, so I just wrote that on there. But yeah. Feel free to send me whatever. I'll throw it in there. It's easy for me to do, so send it to me on Skype. That's it. Coh, you streaming later tonight?
Yes, actually, I've got a show in about 2 hours with the amazing, infamous Margaret Crone, the Space Viking broadcast. I think it'll be on her channel. I'll be hosting it on mine, but yeah, it's 2 hours of gaming discussion. I think we pick a game and play it. I mean, it should be fun. And they also have Level Up, I think is the name on it. Good guy. Yeah, Level Cap. Excuse me.
Level Cap.
But yeah, should be fun. Should be a lot of fun.
That's twitch.tv/Margaret Cron. Zeke, you're taking the rest of the day off, right?
Well, we'll see, man. I might if I get everything done, I won't delve into Mad Max today, but if I get all the shit done that I need done, I really, really want to stream so bad. Like, this is my lifeblood, as I'm sure it is for you guys. And I feel so empty without it. I really do. I feel so like unfulfilled and sad when I'm not like streaming and, with my community. So we'll see. Maybe I'll clean up, grab some beers. We'll come play some like community games or whatever.
There you go. I'll be live in about 2 hours from now. I'm going to start off with H1Z1 so I don't get fucking rusty for the Invitational.
Oh, yeah, the Invitational. Woo!
Which is going to be good fun.
I had to back out of that, by the way.
Summit, man. Still can't believe that.
What do you mean? Believe what?
Did you guys not hear this?
No.
Summit freaking steps in line at the Twitch booth, gets first in a BR.
Oh, yeah, I heard he won.
Standing there, like, chatting with people and taking... He's like, oh, 1 second, let me kill this guy. Boom, second place. Oh, you want a picture? Okay, great. Oh, 1 second. Boom, killed another guy first. Thanks. Just like, it's like, what? How? What?
That's something.
I am so glad I shit on him during the PJ Salton thing.
Yeah, he got eliminated pretty quick.
Well, did you see what I did when they were inviting people back?
No, what'd you do?
I was like, all right, we're allowed to invite 2 people back, and Vixen went first, and she invited Jericho back, and I was like, all right, everybody, this guy, you may not think he deserves all the fame he gets. I personally do. I think he's great. I think he deserves everything he's got. I'm inviting back Summit 1G. No, I'm kidding. Ha ha. Doucheman Gaming, come on back in.
Nice. Was he pissed?
No, of course he wasn't pissed. It's the salt thing, dude. He's a good sport, dude.
That's true.
Yeah, so he wasn't pissed at all.
Gotcha.
I just wanted to put salt in this game because, dude, everything dude touches is gold.
That's true. That's true. And then we'll probably play some more Metal Gear tonight. I think we'll either save Infinity for tomorrow or Friday to jump into that. So that's that. And this has been Dropped Frames. We'll see you guys next week, 3 o'clock Eastern. We'll let you guys know what channel we'll be on and who our guest is going to be. Have a great
Probably
rest of the
mine
week.
because it's my turn.
There you go. It's Zeke's turn. He just claimed it. Sorry, Co. Sorry.
I'm kidding. It's Co's.
Is it?
Yeah. It goes you, Co, then me.
That's the rotation, guys. There you
Yep.
go.
I was host who I'm told to.
Exactly. All right, we're out. Have a good one, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.